Warning, the following gameplay consists of shooting giant bugs. So, if you are scared of insects, giant insects, or the idea of insects crawling all over your fingers scares you, please stop watching this review. This game is probably not for you. If you like the idea of shooting giant insects, feel free to keep watching.
Look at the sky!
Something is falling! Retreat! Find cover!
They're giant pylons! They look mechanical! Awesome! We did it! The pylon can be destroyed by attacking the upper part!
Plan X! Yes! Monsters! They appear around the pylon!
The monsters are increasing in number!
The pylons seem to be a device for teleporting monsters. They keep coming, one after another.
Attack the monsters!
Over here!
The enemy is here! About time. We're in the combat zone. Watch out!
Shoot them right here in range. Look! Pylon! There are so many! Will they bring in more monsters?
At this rate, it'll become a monster nation! At this
What's up, glitches, and welcome to my rambling review of Earth Defense Force 5.
If the pylon falls into the
Why
city,
5?
it will cause heavy casualties.
Because I think
Not
it
only
is
casualties, the
the
whole city will
most
be gone.
optimized,
What is going on?
consistent from beginning
What the
to
world
end,
are we fighting against?
and tells a complete story
more
while
than an act
also
of
being
terrorism.
a soft reboot
Does that mean we're
of
at war with
the
some
franchise.
country? This
So
is
if
the
there's a better
world
place
at
to
war.
start, or if there is a designated place that I would recommend as a starting point for playing this game or playing this series, I would recommend EDF 5 and then EDF 6, but only if you really, really want more Earth Defense Force. This was a short intro level near the very beginning of the game. However, the basic gameplay idea is you go into a mission, you select your difficulty, you select your class, you be ranger, all around decent, get overall a pretty solid amount of weapons and health. Wing diver, which has by far the greatest amount of movement. If you want to zoom in and out, fly up to safe spots and fly away in case of emergency, you're gonna want the wing diver. However, wing diver weapons, typically, not always, are close to medium range, which could put you in danger, especially considering that wing divers get the least amount of health. You can, of course, collect more health and make your class as tanky as you can with grinding, but most likely you'd rather not do that. Air Raider. More or less the same as Ranger, except instead of getting a lot of weapons that the character can use, you're gonna get a bunch of side options, like calling in airstrikes, calling in vehicles, mechs, helicopters to attack, to ride on, turrets, etc., etc. I would call it a support class if some of the abilities were not so powerful. So it is a little advanced though. I would recommend Ranger or Wing Diver as your first, and if you are beginner, I would definitely recommend Wing Diver as the beginning, since the fast movement will help keep pace up. Fencer is without a doubt the tankiest, most overpowered class. However, it is also, by a significant margin, unless you build it specifically this way, very, very slow. Slow and tanky. Slow, tanky, and firepower. However, you can customize all of these classes. This one with weapons, this one with a better engine for optimizing your abilities, this one with the different abilities or different equipment that you could call in and turrets, and this one with 4 different weapons. Unlike every other class, this class gets 4 weapons, which can be very useful. And if you want bang for your buck, for less than 60 bucks, probably less if you get it on sale, you get... Just gonna skim this real quick. Don't mind it, don't mind it, don't mind it. 110 missions, ranging from less than 5 minutes to over 20 minutes. Depending on the mission, depending on your loadout, how powerful you are, whether or not you've grinded for better weapons, etc., etc. But EDF is basically aliens have invaded. And they are sending giant insects, giant robots, dinosaurs, UFOs like this, all out to get you specifically. And I do mean you because most of the enemies will prioritize attacking you. But of course, you get lots of firepower like these UFOs. Let's see. Oh. Can I hit one? No. That is a shame.
They're attacking us! Fire! Shoot them down!
But yeah, some enemies are tanky, some enemies are very weak, some enemies will run at you, try to bite you. Other enemies will shoot webs like, you know, spiders. Obviously, the spiders do it. Shoot webs to slow you down, or if you're an air raider, to pull you down. UFOs that'll just overwhelm you with raw numbers and flight. So if your weapon has bad range, you can't reach it. I would recommend a rocket, just a general use rocket, because they have unlimited range, just saying. Not a missile. Missiles are slow. Take my word for it.
We analyzed their pattern of action. We think that these weapons are autonomous battle
But yeah,
drones.
if you like
And I am afraid
cheesy
their targets
sci-fi
are
aliens are attacking type movies or anything like that, like let's say for example you like
If we let them run rampage,
Destroy All Humans, actually is a pretty good opposite game to this,
we must shoot
where
them
you were
all
playing as an
down.
alien, overwhelming people. Whereas this one, you were playing as the people, fighting back and overwhelming against overwhelming odds, fighting off the alien. And again, missions can take anywhere from 5 minutes to about 20-ish, maybe more minutes. But the big thing with this game, besides the obvious mindless fun factor,
More flying saucers incoming!
which this game has a lot of. There's just cheesy, bad, on-purpose bad voice acting. The graphics don't look anything to sneeze at, but that's because you're getting a bajillion enemies on screen all at once. And if the graphics were really good, they would probably explode.
This is Hummer.
Or the system would probably explode.
Very well.
By the way, I'm playing this on PS5, which is relatively consistent. Also, if, for some reason, the rapid vibrating and motion shaking screen vibration, you just turn it off. And actually keep camera effects on, that'll help you focus. But yeah, you could just turn off the screen vibration.
Roger.
And look, things will explode, no shaking at all. So if that's something that's stopping you, feel free to just turn that off. It helps. It helps focus.
Very well.
But the big thing, you're gonna be doing these missions over and over and over again. Not necessarily because you're gonna die, although some missions, depending on your setup, will be harder than others.
Or they will attack civilians. Destroy them all.
Not necessarily because you will die, but because if I can get one of these guys to drop some. As soon as these guys despawn, I'll see if I can find some of the thing I'm trying to show you.
So far,
okay, actually,
no
this helps.
substantial information
This is
about
armor.
the flying objects
You collect
could be
this,
obtained.
and at
Governments
the
of all
end of the
countries
level,
are still
your
denying any
class
sort of
and
involvement.
I think like
However,
25% will go to the other
there are only a limited number of
classes.
forces that can perform
Your
such a
class will
large-scale
gain
attack.
1 health
In order to find out the
for
truth,
every one
the
of those
suspected
red
parties
packs
should
that
be
you pick up.
closely monitored. Investigations ought to be
In
pursued.
addition, and probably more important, these are no power, no pem, niepememba. Oh, it's upside down. It's weapon. You collect those, and you'll have a random chance of getting a new weapon. You'll get a weapon, whether or not it's an old weapon or a new weapon. If you get an old weapon, if you get doubles, if you get repeats, your current weapons will get stronger. If you don't get doubles, you're just flat out gonna get a new gun. Maybe better, maybe worse. The only one that would know is you after very carefully analyzing the stats, or you just slap on whatever you want and just hope for the best. Also, I think we got them all. Ah, it's leaving. Okay.
The gigantic
maybe
mothership is
not.
moving. Looks like it's activating some kind of device.
Nice butt. Anyway.
We better
Rocket
evacuate.
launcher.
Please prioritize
If you see something big and
intelligence
glowy,
collection.
blast it. Odds
Did
are
you hear that?
it's something
She
you're
says
supposed to blast.
casualties are not important.
Look! It's a cannon, isn't it? Wait a minute. I don't like the look of it.
They're preparing to attack.
Soldiers now.
Wait!
Oh, that's pretty. I hope it doesn't explode and kill me.
Fall back! Fall back!
Well, that's pretty. It didn't kill me, but it is pretty.
No doubt. Those things are aliens. This is not just a world war. It is a space war.
I can make the best vision in the world.
But yeah, rockets are great because they have unlimited range.
Please reply.
Very useful.
This is Strategic Command Headquarters.
What do you mean by hostile forces? Please tell me which force specifically.
They're back!
The enemy is here.
What is the Air Force doing? There are just way too
Looks like we are about to die. That is unfortunate.
At this rate, we will all die!
Shoot! Troops will hunt us down sooner or later. If we want to live, we must fight back. I'll cover you. I'll lead the way.
Yeah. When can I wake up?
I wasn't paying attention, so I'm just kind of overwhelmed by enemies. My bad. Yeah, the environment's fully destructible, garbage, buildings. If you have explosives, you can just annihilate the entirety of Jersey, if you want. Which you might, but I won't judge. But all of it to save humanity. For democracy. I mean,
Gigantic ship to the Air Force.
for the
Ground troops, shoot down the
EDF.
drones.
Anyway, yeah, you're gonna be replaying these missions to essentially roll for more armor, which is health, more green boxes, which are weapons, to get more and more weapons. Oh, that's red. It's not good. Also, here's a pro tip for you. If you are playing on a harder difficulty, the items that you'll get, specifically the weapons, will be stronger. So if you pick up a bunch of green boxes on, let's say, easy, you're gonna get weapons, you're gonna get a lot of weapons, and some might be better than what you got. But on the whole, you are gonna get less good weapons than if you play on normal. If you play on normal, you'll get better weapons than that. If you play on hard, you'll get even better weapons. If you play on Inferno, which is suicide, don't do it. Then you will get like the best weapons in the game. The game also rewards you for completing the entirety on a single difficulty. So if you beat the game all on easy,
Sergeant,
you'll get a reward.
take the
If you beat the game
civilians to a safe
all on
place.
normal, you'll also get a reward. And again, there are 100+ missions, so you can get really into the zone, especially since this is online multiplayer. Oh, neat. We got some upgrades, as it says with the up, and a new weapon called a reverser. But yeah, this is easy. This is Earth Defense Force 5. Agent K. I'm using Chris's save file. Don't tell him. He loves this game. Anyway, he loves this game and I love it too. Take advantage of all his elite weapons. Don't tell Chris. Chris, if you're watching this, no, you're not. Shut up. But yeah, you can play online mission mode, which will increase the amount of enemies increase the amount of items that your enemies drop. Plus, you have 2-player local multiplayer, which not a lot of games have these days. Sorry, Chris. Anyway. Yeah, there's just a lot of missions. Nighttime, daytime, in the mountains, giant frogs with laser beams, snipers that are helping you, red drones that are even stronger. If I can find it. Flying bees, golden UFOs, which are even stronger. Areas where you could use tanks and robots and helicopters and all kinds of stuff. If you want like a ridiculous amount of content for like $60 or less, probably less, again, you could probably find it on sale very often. Earth Defense Force 5 is definitely a really, really good way to go. Now, subscribe, subscribe, or I'll shoot ya. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you get Earth Defense Force 5, and if not 5, 6 just came out at the time of this review coming out. You should see it. I do think 5 is, on the average, the better game, but 6 is way bigger if you want more content. Anyway, that's all. I'll see you around, glitches. EDF! EDF! Oh, we are the valiant infantry. You'll get it. Trust me. You'll get it. See you around. Oh, right. A rating. If you are not addicted to just massive destruction and silly shenanigans with a partner, probably 7, 7.5 if you're playing alone. I'm leaning towards 7.5. If you're playing online or local with a friend, heck yeah, this game is very obviously an 8.5, maybe even a 9 with a friend. Trust me, you'll have a blast. EDF! See you around.